Hello beautiful family, I hope that you are all doing well. Today I won't talk for too long, I just want to go straight into showing you how to make this beautiful and easy Koose, Akara, Akala or beans fritters recipe, okay? It is too easy not to try and it can be achieved without all the hassle you think you are going to encounter. Let's get started. So these are all the ingredients that I will be using to make my Koose. Because I did not have time to soak this overnight, I am going to add some water to it so that it's much easier for me to peel the skin. So I am adding warm water, not hot water, warm water, and I'm leaving this for about 2-3 hours. So after 2 hours, my beans is now ready for me to try and peel off the skin, okay? Now, the easy way to peel off the skin of your beans is just to put it into your blender and give it a pulse, okay? So pulse movement, not to blend it smoothly, but just hard enough to get the skin off. Now, I say this, but you can also make this without taking the skin off. If you take the skin off, it just becomes more lighter and more sort of fluffier, but it doesn't take away from the taste at all. So if you don't want the hassle that it comes with, go ahead and just blend it all with the skin on it, okay? So I've just added some water into the beans. Like I said, I am not going to blend it smoothly. I am just going to blitz it or pulse it just to get the skin of the beans, like I'm doing so. Just be careful you don't blend everything if you want the skin off. So after pulsing it in the blender, I will now pour this into a bowl, and what I will do is I'm just going to add enough water so that the skin can just float on top of the beans, and then it will just come off that way. So here I am, just adding lots of water so that the skin can just come off the actual beans, because the skin is very light, so it was just going to float on top of it. So that's what I will be doing. So after a couple of rinses, you will still have some skin in there. I will just leave some of it in there because I can't totally get all the skin out, and it doesn't really make a big difference. But hey, if you want to try and get all the skin off, then good luck, my darling. But I'll be leaving this as it is, and then I'll get ready to blend everything. It will take quite a bit of rinsing, but just be patient and you will get there eventually. So right now, all I'm going to do is I'm going to blend the beans with my onions, my Scotch bonnet. Now, I need to tell you that don't use a lot of water. When people are making Koose or Akara, they tend to find that it just disperses in the oil, and this is because you use too much water to blend your beans. So just try and blend it in small batches if you need to, so that you don't use a lot of water. So once you've blended one to a liquid consistency, then you can always add some of the beans in there so that you can avoid using too much water. Okay, you want it to be a thick consistency, not a liquidy one. Okay, so this is the consistency that you want, and then you can go ahead and add some salt to taste, of course. Now, here is the secret to a fluffy and light Koose. You need to whip it as I am doing now. I am using my hand mixer and I am whipping it to get double in volume. Okay, if you don't have a hand mixer, you can always use a whisk, or you can just simply use your hand to create some air into it. Okay, this is going to allow your Koose to be nice and fluffy and floating in the oil and not sinking down the bottom. As you can see, it is now doubled in size, and that's exactly how I want my Koose to be, so that when I put it in the oil, it is going to be nice and fluffy and very light. Okay, so here we are, nice and fluffy and light with a lot of air into it. That's exactly what you want. So now onto the frying. I have got my vegetable oil on medium heat. Please don't put your heat too high, otherwise it will burn. And just scoop it with a spoon into the oil. You see how it's floating in the oil, not sinking into the oil and absorbing all the oil. This is because we whipped all that air into the Koose. So this is what you are trying to achieve when you are making this recipe. Okay, try your hardest and whip some air into the beans. Please be mindful to do this on low to medium heat, not too high, not too low, otherwise it will just absorb the oil. If it's too low, it will also burn if it's too high. So just have it somewhere in the middle. Okay, so once you see the sides all browning nicely like mine is, then you are now ready to turn or flip this around. Look at how beautiful this is. You can tell that it's light and it's going to be so good. Now my Koose is ready. Some people prefer it to be on the darker side of color, but this is my perfect color. I like it to be nice and golden brown, but if you prefer it more crunchier, more browner, just allow it to fry for a little longer. But for me, this is perfect, and I am going to be taking it out of the oil. Now look at this perfection. Okay, it is light, it is fluffy, it is delicious, it's vegan friendly, so you can enjoy this meal without any guilt. It's gluten free. Okay, all the goodness in one meal. Try this recipe and give me a thumbs up for this video by liking this video. Also, please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet subscribed. Share this video with all your loved ones and your friends, and I will see you in my next video. Take care. Bye.